Hi, Jules Bless Vegan, and as always, thank you so much for stopping by. I wanted to thank you so much for your prayers and good thoughts regarding my horse Susie. For those of you who are following me, she was much better today. She was kind of feisty, had her spirit. She's certainly not well yet, but I definitely could see that God was on the case and your prayers were working. So thank you so much. It's only about 25 degrees, so we went ahead and put on her jacket, and I hope that she just continues to, get herself back. Because, man, there's no way she was well yesterday. But she's better today, and I'm trusting she'll be even better tomorrow. So thank you so much for your support. I wanted to share this Dr. Oz video, which, as always, I will include in the description of this video, so you don't need to take notes. But what it was called was, I think, Death to the Metabolism. And it focused on 3 foods that are very common and often considered healthy, if you're not completely healthy and like raw vegan. But if you're in transition from the South American diet, people often choose these foods as part of their transition. And it said, no, they totally stump the metabolism. And part of the reason is because they tend to lend themselves to inflammation in the body, which kind of creates that flight or fight syndrome. Also, they are difficult on the digestive tract, so the whole microbiome of the gut. And also, they mess with the thyroid or hormones in general. So none of these are good. So the first one, which is so common, is whole grains. People see the word whole grains and they think, good, they're getting like every part of the grain and it hasn't been compromised and it must be good for us. And it's not. Not only does it contain phytic acid, which is a very difficult one on the body, but it also has gluten in it, which is just totally empty calories. And so those 2 components alone make whole grains bad news. And what they were saying was, so what, people can't ever have bread product again? You may choose not to have bread product, but if you're going to, it recommended that you do sprouted grains and also coconut flour as your better options. The second one is peanut butter. And certainly people love peanut butter, even natural peanut butter, right, that they blend themselves. But what it is that peanuts by nature have a fungus in them that, again, breaks down the digestion, affects the gut, the health of the gut, and is very difficult on digestion. And so a good supplement for that is almond butter. And almond butter actually has a fantastic amino acid in it that revs up the metabolism and is just very healthy in many other ways. Like they just say a tablespoon of almond butter a day can rock your world. You might want to look into that a little bit more. On the third one, which might be obvious to some, and certainly if you're doing whole food plant-based or a vegan diet, you probably wouldn't be using oil anyway. But if you're still using oils, one of the ones that people love is canola oil, partly because they're thinking it seems healthier than soy. It's based on corn. But canola oil is a nightmare for the body and very difficult on the thyroid and just completely messes with your digestive tract. It's just bad news all the way around. It's partially hydrated, which means it can totally clog up the arteries, and it's just bad news. Ironically, and I'm not even kidding you, this guy went on to say that the better choice is, grass-fed butter, which is hilarious in itself because last time I checked, butter can't eat grass. But of course they're referencing the cow, which means he's suggesting going from toxic waste in the form of oil to animal products. What? They lost me at hell no. Anyway, it's still worth listening to. It's only 5 minutes, and there's just a lot of good information in there, just regarding the inflammation and the hormones and things like that, especially for the whole grains and peanut butter. But no, in no way, shape, or form am I suggesting that you go with animal products as a conclusion to getting rid of oil in your diet. Just there's so many other better choices. And then ironically, the guy made this comment, and I think he was kind of gisting with Dr. Oz in some way, and he said, "You are what you eat, what they ate." You are what you eat, which we say all the time, but you are what you eat, what they ate, which suggests you're eating animals, right? And anything that animal ate. And that was just like a really sad truth. Because, I mean, that's the problem today, right? All those animals are receiving hormones. We're eating them. We're getting their hormones. All the poisons that they ingest, we ingest. I mean, it's the absolute worst example of a mother and everything the umbilical cord is delivering to her baby. But we're not babies, and yet we're choosing to actively eat whatever those animals ingested. That's a no for me. But, I mean, just a year ago, I was still eating those things, so I get it. And again, this is mostly for people who are transitioning, but it's certainly, dare I say, food for thought. All right, my friends, thank you so much for listening to my video. As always, like if you like, join us if you haven't, leave comments below so I can be supportive of you. And until we talk again, my friends, be blessed.